So I'm going to test if these speakers are in phase using the PhaseChecker app, but this time I'm going to use the waveform view. And the waveform view gives me a kind of where you can see my voice now. It's picking up the sound of my voice. And when we kind of fire the test tone, it sounds different to the test tone in the other modes because this is a ramp waveform. And the ramp waveform is what we call an asymmetrical waveform, which means the positive cycle is different in energy to the negative cycle. So this will allow us to point the microphone of the device right up to the speaker and kind of check the waveform. And then we can do the same on the other speaker. And we can kind of capture the waveform at these times. And then we can kind of compare the captured waveforms side by side to make an assessment to see if they're in phase or not. So this mode might be good for more than two speakers, or if they're very well spaced out throughout the room, and you just want to go. But the way it is a bit tricky. So yeah, I mean you'll see. So it's kind of an extra mode, but it's a more advanced mode for more experimentation. The other thing I'm going to use for this mode as well is I'm going to, because I want to put the microphone of the device right up to the speaker. You'd be tempted to do this, but the microphone is actually here. So we need to kind of turn the screen around. And on this particular phone, it doesn't allow to kind of rotate the screen. So we have to kind of use the rotate button in the app itself. And this will put everything else the right way up. So we can then kind of put it right up to the speaker. So I'm going to put the test tone. I'm going to put it on the left-hand side speaker first. I'm going to capture the waveform. Then I'm going to move over to the right-hand speaker, move right up to the speaker, and again capture the waveform. So let's see what happens. So I had to wait a bit because the auto level takes a bit of time to kind of change. But I've captured the first waveform there, so now do the second one. Okay, so we can see that those two waveforms don't line up, and the app has kind of automatically done a bit of detection, and it's kind of coded one of them yellow and one of them green to show that one of them has more weight on one waveform than the other. You can see in this one it has kind of small peaks to the positive, and this one has the peaks to the negative. So with this mode, I would say that these speakers are out of phase, and this is what the app's telling me as well with the kind of the automatic detection there. So those look out of phase. So what I can do is turn things off, and I'll swap the speakers and check again. Okay, so that's kind of flipped. So what I'll do is I'll do the two checks again. I mean, I've only changed the phase on this speaker, but I'll do the checks anyway, just so we'll have 4 waveforms captured at the end. Okay, so now they're both yellow, and we can see that the peaks are all lined up for the last 2 traces that I captured. So I'm pretty sure that these speakers are in phase now. We can check that and confirm that in the other modes, but like I say, this mode might be useful if you've got speakers that are very kind of spaced out throughout the room, or more than two that you want to check. So that's the waveform mode.